Well, on this Veterans Day, it's important to remember the sacrifices many Americans made, but it's also important to remember them every day. The Fox 5 I-Team's Dana Fowle brings us two stories, one of a veteran who remembers his service and Call for Action, a group called into service after red tape at the VA left this vet frustrated.
This is a picture of me in 1945. Just after I got back to the States and before I was discharged. I was, at that time, I was 19 years old.
Behind that Navy man's big smile was a memory card filling up with the tragedies of war.
The atomic bomb was dropped on my 19th birthday, August 6, 1945.
At the time, he was in the waters near Okinawa, surviving an epic typhoon. But nearby, his military brothers in a landing tank ship were getting swallowed by the sea in 40-foot waves.
When that high wind and the storm it capsized. We heard men crying, pleading, asking for help to rescue. You couldn't rescue anyone. We were faced to helping to retrieve the dead bodies of the many American soldiers who had fought the war only to succumb to Mother Nature. That was horrible.
But he was a military man serving his country. His parents emigrated to the U.S. so that Angelo and his brothers could have a prosperous life. Service was how he could give back. But it was not an easy path. A few weeks after the atomic bomb dropped on Hiroshima, this young Navy seaman came ashore in a city gutted by the advancement of nuclear war.
One young girl, when I docked my boat, she was at a distance. From her right side, she looked to be unblemished. And then she turned, I saw her left side, and she was horribly disfigured. It's been 74 years, but I pretty much still blame myself. And I feel like I did that to her. It was a horrible thing.
It was a year, even now, at the age of 93, he still can't shake.
We hit two junks. Junks are big Chinese fishing boats, huge sails. Those sails broke down over our bow. There were kids on those boats. They sank, and when we were doing work on the ship, they found parts of children's bodies near where the screw was housed. That was about the end of it. I couldn't take much more of 1945.
He headed home, decorated and grateful to be alive. But Japan was still with him. In that mushroom cloud was radioactive material.
I came home thinking that was over. And then 15 years later, I came down with cancer. They didn't tell us that that we were breathing that radioactive dust for that 6 to 8 week period.
Esophageal cancer, he said, helped to destroy his teeth. According to government notes, Navy Seaman First Class Frangipane had 100% service-connected disability. But getting extensive dental repairs through the VA, well, he said that's eluded him.
I went to my dentist. He said I needed 4 implants, that I needed other work done, and I conveyed that information to them, and boy, everything just came to a screeching halt.
Yes, stalled, but not stopped. This serviceman tried Call for Action, who in recent years has made a point of helping veterans just like Mr. Frangipane.
It was all the difference in the world.
Susan Bowie is the director of this all-volunteer organization that services any of our viewers who need help solving a problem with anything from healthcare payment struggles, negotiating with a business, or maybe wading through government red tape. She picked up the phone and got in that Call for Action.
All the people at Call for Action are just exceptional. They're interested in helping you. They want to do what they can. And you need that kind of help, especially at this stage in life when you can no longer function as efficiently as you did. So I want to thank Susan with all my heart.
This veteran hopes to get some dental work done very soon, so congratulations to Call for Action, and thank you, Mr. Frangipane, for your service.
Oh yeah, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing your story with us
it's an
as
amazing
well.
story.
I can't believe that he is 93 years old and he remembers everything so clearly.
Oh, it's remarkable how sharp he is. You know, he talked about crossing the China Sea. He remembered vividly the Huangpu and the Yangtze rivers and the details of the destruction. Call for Action was honored, I know, to also serve him. But listen, if you run into him, pick his brain. He's got some stories.
I would love to do that.
Yeah.
Dana, thank you.